Welcome, everybody. I'm Scott Patton, and you're watching Waves of Profit. And joining us, as usual, is Alan Maxwell, and we're going to be talking about some of the things that happened today, January 23rd, 2015. In other words, profit opportunities that you probably missed. Our goal is to do 10% in 10 minutes. And we're going to switch it over to Alan now and see how close we came. Hey, Alan, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks. The goal is actually only to find one good trade a day, because that's pretty powerful income if you are consistent. So here we got four to look at, and so I'm going to start you out with the first one is Google. Now, Google and Goog both did the same thing, and I already tagged the point that they started doing what we like, and I hit the old buy button. So right here you can watch the candle. That's where we got in. I'm moving forward at a higher speed because we've got the full simulator here, and the goal is 10%, so that's down here. Right now we're already at 6%, 7. It flutters a little bit. I don't care. And then it jumped up to 15%. So we'll just say thanks so much. We'll go on to the next one. And this is Tesla. And you'll see it's got the similar kind of coloring and things going on. That's right. Same rules. So this is Tesla, though. And you can see it's at 5% profit, 11%. And we just say thank you. And now this is 10:01 Amazon. You're probably getting to notice that there's this green tint, and the thing sneaks above the previous lines over here, well enough to say, "Oh, we should get in." So it's 4%, 5%. Then it starts to flutter a little bit. I'm staying in because look at that, 9%. It actually peaked to a point where it would have been 10%. And we'll say thank you so much for that. And then the final one, this is a little bit later in the day. I just thought I'd show you that one. This one is a little bit different of a trade because here, right after it got in, like as part of it, it said get out. I'm not going to do a lot of training here, so it was like, well, I got to wait. So this was the time I liked it again because it did what's called an ATM strategy. So we got in there. That's at the end there. It started looking good. Made money and hovered backwards, sideways. You could have got out if you wanted to, if you got nervous, but there's your 11% right there. So there's lots of trades that happen. We didn't show you any put trades today because the market was generally up, and we don't fight the market, we go with it. And that's a big part of what we do. And so overall, we just look at how the day turned out. You can see that it's 10% or more on these trades. And the same rules.
Beautiful. Now, if I had bought those stocks instead of the options a few days ago and hung on to it, what would my day have looked like? Obviously, they went up, so I made some money. With the options, I made 10, 11, 12, 15%. How would I have fared if I just held on to the underlying stock?
Well, here's Google. Like if you bought the stock in the morning, you would have paid, that's what the OCHL, the opening price was $5.38. And if you would have hung in to where it ended, it was $5.43. So basically, that's about a $6 gain on a $500 share. So that's 1% you would have made.
Okay.
And the others are pretty much the same kind of thing. So if we go to the other items in the list, here's Tesla. It started the day out at 200, almost even, and it's 201. So you would have made
yay!
0.5%. And Amazon, you would have started at 308 and 314, so $6 on a $300 stock. That's 2%. That's the big winner so far. And Netflix, which had a big jump yesterday, but a couple days ago. Anyways, today 427 was the starting price, and the current price is 435. So that would have been a $6 gain. Is that right? No, an $8 gain. So that's another 2%er.
Beautiful.
So 2% versus basically 10%.
Yeah, and all day versus 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just actually was just checking to see how long those trades were, because I don't think we really mentioned how long they were.
No, they we'll start with the first one we did. That was 8 minutes. The next was 2 minutes, 6 minutes, and then finally the last one was a bit longer, and that was 13 minutes. But that was also after 10:30 things start to slow down, so it takes longer sometimes, quite often actually.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you very much, Alan, for sharing that with us and everybody else. And we're not saying that you're going to be getting these results, but we just want to show you the opportunities that are abound. And want to thank you very much for joining us. This is the Waves of Profit. I'm Scott Patton. If you want to know more about options trading, head over to www.wavesofprofit.com, and we'll be happy to talk to you. Thanks. See you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.